Welcome back to Cleveland, Mississippi, Bearpin Park, 2017 Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch Consolation Championship game between Cleveland, Mississippi, they're the visiting team here, and Taylorville, Alabama, the home team, as that's hit foul by Parker George, the pitcher, just fouled on the third base line out of play. Marty Palmer with you on JockJive. Parker George will lead it off. Batting second is the shortstop, number 25, Easton Lamb. Hitting third will be the right fielder, number 4, Paxton Shive. Batting fourth, playing second base, number 10, Rob Upchurch. Hitting fifth at first base, number 12, Nathan Jenkins. Batting sixth at third base will be number 11, Logan Burnside. Left fielder, number 6, Clay Foster, hits seventh. Left center fielder, number 15, Ryland Richard, batting eighth. Number 8, Brent Chandler, hits ninth. Trace Harris, number 13, bats 10th. David Taylor, the catcher, batting 11th. And Jordan Holmes in right center hits 12th, number 18. Cleveland went 0-2 in Pool 4 yesterday, losing 12-2 to Summertown, Tennessee, and then 10-9 to Great Georgia. Close game. Earlier today, 19-6 win over Goochland, Virginia in 4 innings. Then for Alabama, they went 1-1 in Pool 1, defeating Regalwood, North Carolina 10-2, losing to Gonzales, Louisiana 15-7 in 7 innings, and then losing the tiebreaker there earlier today, 15-9 win over Searcy, Arkansas. Ball is hit to third. And Bowen Woods throws a cross in time to get Parker George for the first out. Earlier today, Alabama beating Arkansas 15-9. As Easton Lamb swings and misses. Here's the defense for Chris Harden's Alabama team. First base, Joshua Bullard. Preston Ash is at second. Kingston Troll at short. Bowen Woods at third base. Nick Garrett is in right field. The left fielder, Seth Harden. Brooks Falks in right center. Gunnar Webb is in left center. And behind the plate catching for this game was C.J. England. And the pitcher circle, number 7, Miles Denson. So 1 out, nobody on. Cleveland hosting this tournament. They are basically the home team, the visiting team here for this game, and they're kind of dark blue, royal blue with black and white stripes, white letters and numerals, white pants, blue stripes. Alabama in the powder blue with the red letters and numerals, white pants. As that ball hit in the hole, it's short. Nice play there by Troll to knock it down, but Easton Lamb will get a 1-out single here in the top of the first. So the Consolation Championship game for the Dixie Youth AA Coach Pitch World Series, Consolation Series. Paxton Shive, the right fielder, now hits. Lines it into left field, base hit. And it gets past all the way to the fence. Past Seth Harden. Heading to third is Lamb. He's coming home, and he will score the first run of the game as Shive stops at first. 2-base error out there in left field allows Easton Lamb to score, and Cleveland taking a 1-0 lead. Taylorville, Alabama went from looking like they were going to be the winner of Pool 1 yesterday to being in the third-place Consolation Series within a span of about 1 inning. A strange scenario there is our Consolation third-place game on Field 4 right now. 2-2 in the second. As that is a liner to second base, caught by Ash for the second out. On the way, a final just ended in the machine pitch World Series Championship round. Mike Ratto had this game on Field 1, Mississippi 11, Arkansas 1. Mississippi will play either South Carolina or Tennessee. South Carolina was up 8-2 in the fourth, the last check. Florida and North Carolina will play later tonight. They're in the winner's bracket. As there's a base hit for Nathan Jenkins. So with 2 outs, the inning continues with first and second. Logan Burnside now about. After this, we'll head back to the championship round here on Field 3. It'll be an elimination game in Sebring, Florida, and Gray, Georgia. Field 4, elimination game, Nacogdoches, Texas, and Lexington, South Carolina. And then the winner's bracket games tonight, 8:30 on Field 4. Eaglewood, North Carolina against Mississippi representative, Kosciuszko. And then at 8:30 here on this field, it'll be Gonzales, Louisiana, just beat Nacogdoches, Texas 11-4. They will take on Summertown, Tennessee, earlier to beat Lexington, South Carolina 3-2. Popped up by Logan Burnside, caught by the shortstop. Angling over, Kingston Troll makes the catch on the end of the inning. 1 run for Cleveland on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. As we go to the bottom of the first, it's Cleveland 1 and Alabama heading to bat. There's the lineup for Chris Harden's Alabama team. Leading off, playing second base will be number 6, Preston Ash. Batting second at shortstop, number 10, Kingston Troll. Hitting third, the catcher, number 1, C.J. England. Batting fourth and left center, number 14, Gunnar Webb. Hitting fifth and playing right center, number 4, Brooks Folks. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 11, Nick Garrett. Hitting seventh in the pitcher's area, defending, number 7, Miles Denson. Batting eighth and left field, number 9, Seth Harden. Hitting ninth, playing first base, number 27, Joshua Bullard. Kamari Smith, number 22, bats 10th. Jet Renault, number 8, bats 11th. And Bowen Woods, number 34, the third baseman, hits 12th. You can see, again, the weather is beautiful here in Cleveland. Blue sky, some puffy white clouds, some breeze blowing in from left towards right field with all the flags of the states represented here in this World Series and the American flag. Reminder, if you want to send a shout out for this game only, 904-525-1324. You can see it on the left hand corner, left top of your screen if you're watching on JockJive. There's Preston Ash leading off for Alabama. Defensive alignment for Cleveland. Nathan Jenkins at first base. Rob Upchurch is at second. At third, Logan Burnside. Reeson Lamb at short. In the outfield, Clay Foster is in left. Jordan Holmes in right center. Rylan Richard in left center. Paxton Shive, the right fielder. David Taylor catching as that's hit into left field for a base hit. Parker George is in the pitcher's circle. So Ash with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the first. Don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We are trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer. I need your help to get there. And when you like us on Facebook, we keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all the social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine at Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Plus subscribe to our YouTube channel. Is popped up and dropped. Oh, collision there between the second baseman and shortstop. As Troll will reach. Upchurch and at second base and Lamb at short run into each other. And the collision will cause both runners to stay on base. Still nobody out. That'll bring up C.J. England now for Alabama. Well, today the first game between Alabama and Arkansas started late here on this Field 3 due to the controversy surrounding the pool play weight. And yesterday, Alabama losing both tiebreakers. Thinking that Louisiana hit out of order yesterday. They should have been moving on to the championship round. They did show up and play today and beat Arkansas 15-9. That's it to short. Throw will go to third and ahead of the runner as Lamb goes to third to Burnside. Fielder's choice, 6-5. So Ash is out at first. Troll to second. England now at first with one out. But very heated discussions between the Alabama coaches and Dixie Youth Baseball officials there. But Alabama did end up playing the game earlier this afternoon. They won it. Now they're playing for the Consolation Championship. Here's Gunnar Webb. Is left center. Pops it up into center field, and that's caught near left center field, actually, by Rylan Richard for the second out of the inning. So Webb flies out to left center. 2 outs. And here is Brooks Folks. Brooks Folks now batting. High fly ball into left field, and it's going to get over the head of the left fielder out there, Clay Foster. It's going to tie the game at least for Alabama. Troll will score. Here comes England to the plate, and it'll be a 2-run double for Brooks Falks. And now Alabama takes the lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the first. So ball hit over the left fielder's head. Foster, Clay Foster for Cleveland, and Alabama with 2 outs gets a 2-run double to take the lead. Just a weird scenario involving the Alabama team, but here they are back playing. And with Cleveland, when you host the World Series, you get a chance to put together a team for the hometown, and that's what they've done here in Cleveland. As that's blooped into right field. Left right field is going to score Folks as Nick Garrett bloops one in. Throw came into second base, and now Alabama with a 3-1 lead. They've scored 3 runs here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
Number 7, Miles Denson.
Here's Miles Denson, left-handed batter. Miles Denson pops it up and caught behind second base. The shortstop for Cleveland makes the play. And Easton Lamb squeezes it for the 3rd out. 3 runs for Alabama in that inning on 3 hits. There was an error and 1 runner left on base. So we head to the 2nd inning. Consolation championship game of this Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series. It's Alabama 3 and Cleveland 1 here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. 2nd one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Clay Foster robbed of a possible hit in center field. To start the top of the 2nd. So 1 out. Here is Rylan Richard. 3-1 the score, Alabama leading Cleveland. Marty Palman with you here on JockJive. Richard pops that as well, and that time the ball will drop in center field. As that is number 22 out there, Kamari Smith, who made that diving play earlier. This time it's looped in by Richard, and that is the 4th hit of the game already for Cleveland. They had a run on 3 hits in the first, now with 4 hits. But they trail it 3-1. Alabama with 3 runs on 3 hits to this point. 2-2 in the 4th between Arkansas and Virginia on field 4. The winner there will finish with a consolation 3rd place title. Arkansas and Virginia were 0-2 in pool play. Both lost earlier today. Here, Cleveland, as that's hit down the right field line, just foul. Cleveland went 0-2 in pool play and won earlier today, and Alabama went 1-1 in pool play, so they're actually 2-1 this weekend, trying to go 3-1 and finish with a consolation title. And the machine pitch consolation series, Texas, Louisiana, coming up on field 1. That's Mount Pleasant, Texas against Sterlington, Louisiana, as that's hit into right field again for another hit. Throw will come into second. That was, Mike Rattle will have the call of that from 5:30. Well, it's supposed to start at 5:30. I'm running behind now. That'll be the consolation winner machine pitch, and then on field 2 eventually, although they're still have a championship round game going on field 2 between South Carolina and Tennessee, but it'll be Georgia. It'll be Thomaston, Georgia, and Cleveland, Mississippi for third place coming up on field 2. All right, so back-to-back hits with one out as Brant Chandler with a single. First and second one out for Cleveland, and Trace Harris bats. Cleveland now with 5 hits in the first inning and the third so far. Hit back to the circle, gets past the pitcher Denson, on to short for one, throw to first. Not in time. Boy, it nearly turned out to be a double play as it got past Miles Denson, but didn't get past Troll, who stepped on second himself. 6 fielder's choice. Couldn't quite get Harris at first as Chandler out at second base. Moving to third is Rylan Richards, so with 2 outs. First and third for Cleveland. Here's David Taylor now. We approach 6 p.m. Central Time here, late afternoon in Cleveland, with the shadows starting to creep in a little bit. But again, it's been a beautiful day here in the Delta, Mississippi Delta, northwest Mississippi. 86 degrees as that's hit into center field. It gets under Smith's legs. Now he's down as the run will score. Heading to third. The throw is not in time, and down to second goes Taylor as Harris is in at third. An RBI for David Taylor as Richard will score, and Cleveland now within a run at 3-2. Second and third, only 1 out. As Mari Smith is down in center field. That ball hit him out there. 86 degrees. Only feels like 88 with 51% humidity. So really beautiful for July 30th here in the Mississippi Delta. No rain to speak of. We had heavy rain Friday night when we got into town around 9:30, 10 p.m. But yesterday was beautiful. Today has been even better. Smith seems to be okay. Jordan Holmes, the right center fielder, now up. 3-2 the score. Second and third, 1 out for Cleveland. As he swings and fouls that off. Minor and Dixie Youth Baseball here for Coach Pitch. You only get 5 pitches from the coach. No walks. Have to be a hit or a strikeout. 15-run rule after 3 innings. 10-run rule after 4. We play 6 innings as pop fly on the infield. And that is caught by the second baseman. Actually had 2 outs, pardon me. And the catch made by Preston Asher in the inning as Jordan Holmes pops up to second. So Cleveland picks up another run on 3 hits, and they leave 2 on base for the second inning in a row. Also no errors for Alabama. 3-2 the score. Alabama leading as we head to the bottom of the second here on JockJive. We'll return in a moment.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Morning, Pullman back here on JockJive as we head to the top of the
second for Alabama, number 9, Seth Harden.
bottom of the second, pardon me. Alabama leading at 3-2. Seth Harden will lead it off as South Carolina machine pitch That is Blythewood about to knock off Sweetwater, Tennessee. It's 12-5 in the 6th. South Carolina will then play Mississippi tonight at 8:30. As that is hit into center field. It'll drop Tennessee in the losers bracket against Arkansas at 7. Line drive into center field. It's caught. And that is a nice play by Rylan Richard, who's out in left center for this game, robbing that attempt. So one out as Harden flies out to the left center fielder. 3-2 Alabama here in the bottom of the 2nd. Now on field 4, the third place game. The Coach Pitch Consolation Series, Arkansas, Virginia tied at 2, still in the 5th. It's been tied since the first inning over there. Chuck Sebastian with a call on field 1. Mike Rideout has a call on field 4. Mike Rideout with a call on field 1 as that goes off the glove of the shortstop, Easton Lamb, and into left field. So Joshua Bullard will reach E6. With one out, there's a runner at first. Amari Smith will bat. Mention the weather here in Cleveland. You can see the sun's been out all day and clear blue skies mostly with a little bit of breeze. It was windy yesterday and earlier today, but a little bit of breeze down blowing out to right field. But a very, very pleasant day, only 50% humidity. Located here in the Mississippi Delta, Cleveland, Mississippi, northwestern part of the state, near the Mississippi River. And Arkansas, as that's hit into left center again, caught by Richard for the second out. And Rylan Richard makes that play. So now there are 2 outs. Runner at first. Jet Renault will hit. Jet Renault, the number 11 batter up. Alabama scored 3 in the bottom of the 1st. Cleveland with 2. 1 run in each of the first 2 innings. Jammed him inside, actually. Hits the first, and stepping on first base, Nathan Jenkins, 3 and assist away in the inning. So a 1 out error and 1 left on base for Alabama here in the bottom of the 2nd. Now we move on to the top of the 3rd of the Consolation Series championship game for Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series. 3-2 Alabama leading Cleveland here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on his 6.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Move on to the top of the 3rd. Cleveland only down by a run 3-2. Top of the order, Parker George pops it up, and a leaping catch made by the shortstop, Troll, for the first out. So George pops up to short, 1 out. 3-2 the score here in the top of the 3rd. It's the final and machine pitch. Championship bracket, 12-5. South Carolina over Tennessee. So South Carolina against Mississippi tonight at 8:30 on field 1. Florida, North Carolina at 8:30 on field 2. And Tennessee will play it against Arkansas in the elimination game at field 2 at 7. There's a hit for Easton Lamb with 1 out. So Paxton Shive now will hit. Cleveland now with 7 hits in this game. In August on JockJive.com, the AAA Ozona Majors, Dixie Youth World Series, Dixie Baseball World Series, Georgia Military College Football, Navarre Football, Great American Robbers, and so much more as that's hit into center field. Smith will try to make the throw to second. It will get away. Plus this fall, SWAC football, soccer, and volleyball. Plenty of high school football, the ACCC game of the week, and more. A litany of reasons you need to come back to JockJive.com often. So a hit for Shive, who's 2 for 2. Cleveland with first and second, 1 out. Upchurch popped the second, his first time up. Fouls it off first base side. Look out over there. We'll sit the other Cleveland team. They're getting ready to play. In the third place game on field 2 for machine pitching, it's Georgia all the way to the fence in right field. This is going to tie the game at least, as Lamb will score. Shive slides in at thirds, and Upchurch will stay at first. 3 straight hits now. An RBI for Upchurch, and we're tied at 3. Easton Lamb scoring for the second time as many at-bats. He's got 2 singles and 2 runs scored. So Cleveland ties it at 3 here in the top of the third. Nathan Jenkins, that goes off the shortstop troll into center field. Shive will score, and Cleveland takes a 4-3 lead. Shive's 2 for 2. That's his first run of the game.
At the plate, 11, Logan Burnside.
1 out, still only 1 out with first and second. Cleveland with a run in the first, a run in the second, 2 in the third now. Alabama got all their 3 of their runs in the bottom of the first. And that is blooped into center by Burnside for a hit, and it gets away from Smith in center. Another run will score for Cleveland. Throw will come into third, and that will be up the line. It hit the runner. Boy, it got him right in the side of maybe the side of the head there, or the collarbone. Burnside brings in Upchurch to make it 5-3. That's Nathan Jenkins, who was heading to third. He was safe. The ball hit him in the side. As Burnside went to second, Cleveland now with a 5-3 lead, and they're looking at Jenkins there at third. 3-run inning for Cleveland. Looks like Jenkins is okay. Now Clay Foster will bat. So for Cleveland in this inning, 5 in a row of reach, 4 hits and an error. Already 3 are in, second and third 1 off. Well, look at the fans down here on the third base side for Cleveland. Hitting the center, Smith will make the play. Runner heading to the plate. The throw will get cut off, and it'll be a sac fly RBI for Clay Foster, as scoring is Jenkins, the 4th run of the inning, to give Cleveland a 6-3 lead. So a 6-3 lead for Cleveland. 2 outs. Ryland Richard now hits. He singled and scored his first time up. Grounder towards second, and it's bobbled at second base. There by Preston Ash. So Richard will reach. Second error of the inning for Alabama. Their second of the game. Runner will go to third. First and third with 2 outs. The inning will stay alive here. That gets into center field as well. And another run scores for Cleveland. Chandler with a hit. 5 runs for Cleveland in the inning, as Burnside scores to make it 7-3. I kind of wonder if the emotions of earlier maybe wearing the Alabama team a bit. Now we're going to have a meeting with the Alabama team, as Coach Harden going over with his team, as they now trail it by 4, 7-3. First and second, 2 outs. He's talking to the entire team, and again, with all that went on earlier today here in Cleveland, kind of wonder where the team's head's at this point. Harden going over something with his team. 7-3. Cleveland with a 5-run inning here in the top of the third. Trace Harris now due up. Now 5-2. Arkansas is taking the lead over Virginia. Bottom 5 now. There's Harris, who reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, swings and misses. There are 2 outs. Runners at first and second. The way our crew for this game, umpiring crew, is Calvin Knight behind home plate. Bernanska Sanders is at first. John Broussard is at third for this game. Hit towards first, and no play. Well, late throw, and now the ball gets away. Runner coming down from third is Richard. He'll score as Harris beat the attempt to first base by Joshua Bullard. So Harris was going to be safe, and on the error, the third of the inning, Richard scores the 6th run of the inning, second time he scored, and Cleveland now leads at 8-3. So 2 outs, first and third inning continues for David Taylor, who singled in a run in the second. Eight to 3, Cleveland, as Taylor hops that into center, and after all that, a diving play. No, it's no catch. Boy, nice attempt out there. Looked like it could have been a catch. By Harden, but instead it'll drop Taylor. Another run scores to make it 9-3. First and second still with 2 outs. Paul was a good attempt out there. Looked like Harden trying to make the catch. So the inning continues for Jordan Holmes. Well, no. Timeout. Score 9-3 now. Now Jordan Holmes, the 12th batter of the inning, they batted around the entire order. Slow roller, Denson will go to third, and they will get the out at third in the inning. Fielder's choice 1-5, as Bowen Woods makes the catch there to get the runner at third. So Chandler out, and the inning ends with 7 runs actually, pardon me. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. There's also 3 errors in the inning and 2 left on base. So we head now to the bottom of the third with the score Cleveland 9, Alabama 3. Here on JockJive, back here in a moment.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on his 6.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Right bottom of the third. Preston Ash, top of the order for Alabama. Fly ball hit into left field, and that's a base hit for Ash, who's 2 for 2. Alabama now down 6. We start at the bottom of the third. Never mind. That was Bowen Woods with a leadoff hit. There's Preston Ash. Ash with a single his first time up. Hit to short, could be 2. Up on second. Well, he ran into a second baseman, and they only get the out at second. As Eason Lamb collided with Rob Upchurch, throw to first, not in time. Fielder's choice is 6 unassisted. And Woods out for the first out of the inning. Runner at first is now Ash with 1 out. Cleveland with 7 runs at the top of this inning. They now lead 9-3 here in this Consolation Championship game. Kingston Troll reached on an error and scored in the first. Hit up the middle and caught. Upchurch flips to second for 1. Shortstop's throw is too far. As Eason Lamb threw it away. Troll will reach base. 4-6 on the fielder's choice, and out is Ash at second. There's now 2 outs with the runner at first. Couple of fielder's choices, and that'll bring up C.J. England, who reached on a fielder's choice as well, scored in the first. So C.J. England now up with 2 outs, runner at first, with 2 pitches in there. Popped up, and, well, it gets over the head of Burnside at third. I don't know if you ever saw that, as the sun really coming in now on this field 3 here at Bearpin Park. So England will reach base. Troll to second with 2 outs.
At the point, 14, Gunner Webb.
And Gunner Webb hits it to short. And coming over, stepping on the bag, Eason Lamb for another fielder's choice, 6 unassisted, as England's out to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, then 3 fielder's choices. No errors, 2 left on base for Alabama, as we will now head to the top of the 4th. Cleveland 9, Alabama 3. We'll return in a moment here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. For 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. There's that. the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State.
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
And Parker George, the top of the order for Cleveland, leads off the top of the fourth with a triple down the left field corner. So another runner on base for Cleveland, leading off the top of the fourth. His first hit of the game. Here's Easton Lamb, who has 2 hits and 2 runs scored. Meanwhile, they're now in the 6th inning. On bottom of the 5th, Phil Forsyth is now they're in the 6th. Arkansas up 10-2 over Virginia. So it looks like they will win the 3rd place consolation for the Coach Pitch World Series. This is popped up into short center. Runner now will come to the plate. The throw will get away. Another run for Cleveland as Easton Lamb with a sac fly RBI. And scoring is Parker George to make it 10-3 Cleveland. So George leads off with a triple, comes in on the sac fly. 1 out, but Cleveland adds a run here in the top of the 4th, now 10-3. Maxton Shive has 2 hits and a run scored. Cleveland with a 7-run 3rd. And Shive just misses that foul off the Tennessee Vols tent down the 3rd baseline. Being from Florida, I have no comment on that. Tennessee Vols tent. They're already set up for that Tennessee game later, Summertown, Tennessee, and Gonzales, Louisiana will be our 8:30 game on this field. Before that, it'll be Sebring, Florida, and Gray, Georgia in an elimination game. Boy, it's packed down both lines here on field 3. See those orange tints, you can't see it on your screen, but the white tee down the line. Last pitch here for Shive, and he hits a slow roller to bobbled at first, and Shive will slide in safely as ball was bobbled that time by Joshua Bullard at first. So that's another error for Alabama. They've committed 4 in this game now. And a runner at first with 1 out for Cleveland. 6:23 Central. Not sure if we'll start our next game at 7 at this rate. Upchurch into deep center and caught. Boy, nice play out there in right center by Hardin. Upchurch, who had a single earlier, hard hit ball, but caught in center field for the 2nd out.
Now batting number 12, Nathan Jenkins.
Here's Nathan Jenkins, who has reached twice, single and reached on an error and scored a run in that 7-run 3rd. And he hits it just short to end the inning as the catch made by Trull. So Cleveland picks up another run on 1 hit, an error as well, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Cleveland 10, Alabama 3. We continue coverage of this Consolation Championship game here, the Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts 2 on his 6.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Second place, 11, Lake Trail.
Marty Palmer back on JockJive as Brooks Falks reaches for the second time of the game. He doubled in 2 runs in the first. That's a single off the foot of the Cleveland shortstop that time, Rylan Richard. And Richard is now the shortstop. So runner at first, nobody out, bottom of the fourth, 10-3, Cleveland leading. And Nick Garrett singled in a run in the first. Alabama got all their runs in the first, but Cleveland has scored in every inning. A run in the first, a run in the second, 7 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. There's a base hit also into left field. As Garrett now 2 for 2. He singled in a run his first at bat. Falks goes to second. Alabama now has 6 hits. Cleveland has 14. 7 in that 7-run third. Miles Denson now will bat. 10-3, Arkansas leading Virginia now as they play the final inning, bottom of the 6th for third place. So it looks like seriously Arkansas will win that. This is the Consolation Championship. Cleveland leading this game as well, 10-3 over Taylorville, Alabama. Cleveland, Mississippi up here in the bottom of the 4th. Miles Denson popped to short his only at bat. Pops that into right field and deep. That's going to be trouble. We're going to go all the way to the fence in right field for Denson. As Folks will score. Garrett heading to third. And Denson will stop at second with an RBI double. So now it's 10-4. Folks scoring for the second time in the game.
Number 9, Seth Hardy.
With nobody out, second and third for Alabama. Down 10-4. Seth Harden now will hit. Harden flew to center his only at bat. High pop fly down the left field line. That is a foul ball, just foul. Popped up to short, and it's going to be a double play. Denson too far off the base. Richard made the play, flipped it, ran it back himself for the double play. As Denson was well off the base, so with now 2 outs, a runner at third. That takes the runner off second base as Harden popped up to the shortstop. So now Joshua Bullard will bat. 0 for 1, did reach on an error in the second. So 2 outs now. It takes Alabama out of a chance at a possible big inning there. Coach there on the pitching as Coach Garrett, his head down there after that play, as they had second and third, nobody out. Now just the runner at third with 2 outs. And Arkansas just won, 10-4. Or did they? Nope, not quite. They're about to, as that is hit into center field. And Alabama will get the run anyway as Bullard brings in a run with a hit. So Alabama cuts this deficit in half, 10-5. And it's an RBI for Bullard, scoring Garrett. Maury Smith now is 0 for 1. He's flown to center. Score 10-5 now, bottom 4. Ooh, swings and misses that pitch a little bit up and in with a curveball. Well, now it's 10-5 on field 4 as well. Score is mirroring this, but not the inning. They're in the bottom of the 6th. Hit to second underneath the glove of the second baseman, Upchurch, and it'll go into right field. Bob Upchurch missing that one from Smith. That'll be an error. Second of the game for Cleveland. And now Alabama, the inning continues, first and second, 2 outs. Jet Renault now bats.
At bat, number 8, Jet Renault.
That is a ball. And now the game has ended. Misses to Renault. Final was 10-5, Arkansas. So they get a win and finish third as that is blooped into right field. Throw will come into second and it gets away. Now the runner heading home from third. He'll score. The ball was beamed in out there by Jordan Holmes and went off the second baseman's glove all the way to third. Renault with a base hit. And now it's 10-6 as Bullard scores the third run of the inning. Alabama trying to make a comeback here. Still first and second with 2 outs. Arkansas finishes third in coach pitch with that 10-5 win over Virginia. Searcy, Arkansas gets a win over Goochland, Virginia. And in the hole to short. Nice play by Richard, although now he waits and the throw to second will not be in time. Now the runner heading home. The throw to the plate's going to be late. Amari Smith didn't wait. Oh, nope, they're going to send him back to third. That's the second time we've seen this today with Alabama sending a run home. Oh, now what's the call here? Smith's going to go back to third. Saying it's a dead ball. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. So now the base is loaded. It's 10-6 as top of the order, Preston Ash now up. And that's hit into left field for another base hit. 1 run scoring, Smith scoring. Here comes Renault to the plate. He'll score. Runners to second, third, now rounding third. Woods, he'll head back now as runners, Ash goes to second base. 2 more runs for Alabama. Now suddenly they're within 2 at 10-8. So Smith does end up scoring along with Renault. This is a 5-run inning for Alabama. All this happening with 2 outs. And now Cleveland coach Jenkins will call timeout as it's 10-8, second and third, 2 outs. Alabama trailing at 10-3 going into this inning, now within 2. Now a meeting with Cleveland, their team and their coach. They've led, trailed 3-1 after the first inning, but then a 7-run third gave them a 9-3 lead, added a run in the top of the 4th, but Alabama has scored 5 here in the bottom of the 4th and now trail at 10-8. Kingston Trull is reaching an error and a fielder's choice. And in the hole to third. Good play coming across from third. The throw across made, though, in time. Nice play over there at third base that time. by Logan Burnside, and he gets Trull 5-3 to end the inning. So Alabama picks up 5 runs in that inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. There was an error in the inning, and 2 were left on base. Our new score as we head to the top of the 5th, it's now Cleveland 10 and Alabama 8. Consolation Championship continues here in a moment on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Marty Paulman back on JockJive. Top of the 5th now. Cleveland 10, Alabama 8. Going to be Rob Upchurch. Pardon me, Logan Burnside leading off. He has popped a short and singled in a run scored in the 3rd as ball hit to right past the circle. Miles Denson, whose throw is too high. So Burnside will reach for the 2nd time. He had a RBI single and scored in that 7-run 3rd. So leadoff hitter on in the top of the 5th for Cleveland. Clay Foster pops the first pitch down the 3rd baseline. Foul. Nice diving attempt over there by the Alabama 3rd baseman. Woods. Owen Woods. Again, coming up here on field 3. Orton Georgia elimination game as hit to second. Flip to the shortstop, and that's it. It is play made by Preston Ash. Flips to Trull, the shortstop. They get the out at second base as Burnside the first out of the inning. So Foster reaches with 1 out for 6 fielder's choice. In the hole and into left field by Richard, who has reached 3 times. Now throw goes to second, close but not quite in time. And now Richard reaches with another hit. 15th hit for Cleveland. They have first and second, 1 out. Brant Chandler has 2 hits, also has driven in a run and scored a run. And up the middle, gets past. Oh, and it hits the center fielder. Not sure where that. Boy, oh boy, that ball kicked up and may have gotten him up in the head in center field. That kind of day for a couple days for this Alabama team. I think that was folks out there. Dead ball called as Chandler. Not a base hit into center. The bases are loaded with 1 out, but dead ball was called. Otherwise, that run probably scores. So Cleveland again with the bases loaded, 1 out. With a 10-8 lead here in the top of the 5th. As they are tending to him. Hold them, Bama from the Harbisons. Thanks for the shout out. Shout outs were taken at 904-525-1324 for this game only. 904-525-1324. As looks like folks is okay. Bases loaded, 1 out is with the dead ball. Foster stopped at 3rd. Richard to second. Chandler is at first with his 3rd hit of the game. Here's Trace Harris. Harris has reached twice on a fielder's choice and a single. Cleveland loads the bases again here in the top of the fifth, already up 10-8. Trying to add to the 2-run lead. Harris, little pop and hit to third. Ooh, close play there as the play made by Bowen Woods, and he nearly tagged out Foster at third for a double play, but it is the second out of the inning. So now a chance to get out of the inning for Alabama. Foster just got back into third. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Boy, that run would have scored, but that's the way it works. That was just a tough hop that hit the center fielder Fulks maybe up in the head, and that's the way you do. You stop play, and that's only fair. David Taylor has 2 hits and 2 RBI. That misses low. 6:40 Central Time now here in Cleveland, Mississippi. Shadows starting to come down the third baseline. Still 2 more games here today as Taylor hits it into right center field for a hit. Boy, it pops up again there. As 2 runs are going to score. The throw to the plate will not be in time, and that ball gets away. Here to the plate comes Chandler, and he's going to score. 3 runs on that play. Down to third goes Taylor. They brought in 2 when that throw got away from the catcher. The third one came in to score. All 3 will score, and Cleveland extends the lead again back to 13-8. Big base hit that time by Taylor, and he ends up all the way at third with 2 outs as that ball goes into center field. So another 2-out hit gets Cleveland 3 here in the top of the fifth. Jordan Holmes is 0 for 2. He did reach on a fielder's choice. Holmes Daniels back to the mound, and this time Denson has it, throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So Cleveland with 3 more runs in that inning on 3 hits, 1 error, and a runner left on base as we head now to the bottom of the fifth. 13-8 the score. Cleveland leading Alabama here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on his set.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Number 1, JockJive.
Alabama back down 5, bottom of the fifth, 13-8 as C.J. England leads an off, reached on a fielder's choice, scored in the first. He also singled and was left stranded in the third. Hit back to the circle. George's throw, though, gets away. And England will head to second base. He'll go there to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Error against Cleveland. And the pitcher, Parker George. 4th error of the game for them. Runner going to second with nobody out. Cleveland scored a run in the top of the first, 1 in the second, 7 in the third, a 1 in the fourth, and then 3 in the top of the fifth. Alabama with 3 in the first, 5 in the fourth. Got within 10-8 going into the fifth. Cleveland with 3 in the top of the fifth, and it's 13-8 as we play in the bottom of the fifth. Gunnar Webb now up. Webb is 0 for 2. Did reach on hitting a fielder's choice to end the third inning. Webb, high fly ball into left field, and well, left fielder never saw that. Foster never saw that ball all the way to the fence. England rounds third. Hill scores. The throw ends up at shortstop. Webb will get an RBI double. Now Alabama back within 4, 13-9. Alabama now with 12 hits. Had 7 of those. 7 hits in that 5-run fourth. As Webb goes to second with nobody out. Hooks Folks is a single, a double, is driven into and scored 2 runs. Popped up, and now to play by Folks. Don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer. I need your help to get there. And when you like us on Facebook, we'll keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all the social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Plus subscribe to our YouTube channel. Fly ball into center field. That's going to go over the head of the center fielder. As Richard lets it go over his head. Another run will score as to the plate comes Webb. Folks with his 3rd hit of the game now has 3 RBI as well. And now Alabama within 13-10 with nobody out. Well, looks like we're going to have some defensive adjustments here for Cleveland. Which Jenkins will moving around some outfielders. Foster going to move from left to right. He's putting Grant Chandler now in left field. 15-10, runner at second as Brooks Falks has his 3rd hit of the game, has 3 RBI. Nick Garrett has 2 hits and an RBI and a run scored. Still a lot of time left here. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. As Garrett now bats. That gets blooped into left, will fall for another hit. Chandler will throw it back in towards second. And Garrett has his 3rd hit of the game. 1st and 3rd. Nobody out as Falk stops at 3rd.
At the plate, number 7, Miles Vincent.
Miles Denson today has popped a short and an RBI double in the 4th. We are taking shoutouts. The number at the top left of your screen, 904-525-1324. Hit the second for 1, throw to first, not in time, run scores on the 4-6 fielder's choice. And as Garrett is out at second, Benson will get an RBI, his 2nd of the game, as scoring is Folks to make it 13-11. So Cleveland with 3 in the top of the 5th. Alabama's answered with 3 here in the bottom of the 5th and are back within 2 at 13-11. As Harden with a base hit now into left field, and it gets past Chandler all the way to the fence in left field. Denson rounds 3rd, and he will come in to score. Harden stops at second with an RBI double. And now it's 13-12, and the tying run is at first or second with only 1 out. So Harden delivers there, the 4th run of the inning for Alabama, and they're within 1. They have not led since that 7-run 3rd by Cleveland. Here's Joshua Bullard. He's reached on an error, singled in a run and scored. 13-12 now. And it was once a 9-3 lead for Cleveland. Actually 10-3 going to the bottom of the fourth, but 5 runs for Alabama in the bottom of the fourth and 4 here in the bottom of the fifth. They're within a run. Drive hitting the left field. That's going to drop, make it all the way to the fence, and it's going to tie the game. Hardin rounds third. He's going to score. In at second with a double is Bullard. His second hit at his mini innings, his second RBI. Now we're tied. 13-13. Well, a wild game this has been is now Kamari Smith up. He's from the center, reached on air and scored in the fourth. Alabama has caught Cleveland here in the bottom of the fifth. One out, a runner at second, so that runner comes in, and Alabama, well, that's behind him that time. Cleveland would be down their last 3 outs in the top of the sixth. Fouled off by Smith. Got a piece of the catcher that time. David Taylor's got one more now. And you only get 5 pitches. He can't walk. So comes the last attempt for Kamari Smith. And he fouls that off. So he'll get another. Fouls that off. So Smith again will get another pitch as he keeps fouling them off. That time he swings and misses for the second out. So now 2 outs. Here's Jet Renault. Popped the first, drove in a run in that 4th inning and scored. Now the tying or the go-ahead run at second, but there's 2 outs. See the shadow is now descending down the first baseline as well as we are approaching 7 o'clock Central Time here in Cleveland, Mississippi. And that is hit to first, and stepping on the bag, the first baseman Nathan Jenkins to end the inning. So we are tied going to the 6th as Alabama puts 5 more runs on the board that inning on 4 hits. Also had an error as well, and 1 runner left on base. All right, we go to the final inning, maybe, as we're tied at 13 in this consolation final. Top of the 6th coming up here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. For 2 on his set.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
All right, we go to the top of the 6th. Cleveland with Parker George pops out to third. And that's the first out of the inning as the catch made by Bowen Woods. So 1 out, top of the order up for Cleveland. Final from machine pitch. As the consolation game there goes to Texas 14-3 over Louisiana in 5 innings. So Consolation champion in machine pitches Mount Pleasant, Texas, as they defeat Sterlington, Louisiana. Third place game going on between Thomaston, Georgia and Cleveland right now on field 2. About to get underway over on field 4 with a game between Nacogdoches, Texas and Lexington, South Carolina in coach pitch. There's a fair ball into the corner by Eason Lamb, his 3rd hit of the game. He's heading to 3rd. Throw will come in. Now he's thinking about coming home. The ball just coming in. He's going to get there. Inside the park, he goes for a home run. How about that, coming all the way around as he hit that ball down the right field line into the corner. And Lamb comes all the way around to score, and Cleveland regains the lead 14-13 here in the top of the 6th. What a day Easton Lamb's had today. It's his 3rd hit, his 3rd run he scored. He also has had a sac fly RBI in the 4th, and a run RBI here gives Cleveland the lead. Regained the lead in the top of the 6th after Alabama with 5 in the 4th, 5 in the 5th, tied this game up. As now Paxton Shive with his 3rd hit of the game, a base hit into left field. 19 hits now for Cleveland, unofficially. This is now a football score as well.
Number 10, Rob Upchurch.
14-13 the score. It's a short, the 2nd for 1. Throw to first, and a double play. How about that? Taylor made Kingston Troll. Ash to first, 6-4-3 double play, and that ends the top of the 6th. So Cleveland gets a run on the inside of the park homer, but that's it. We go down to the bottom of the 6th. Alabama needs 1 to tie, 2 to win. They trail Cleveland 14-13, and we'll return in a moment here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on his 6.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. 2nd one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Marty Palmer with you on JockJive. Alabama, they need a run to tie, 2 to win. If Cleveland gets 3 outs with no run scoring, they'll win this Consolation championship. Hit to short, and the throw to first is in time as Bowen Woods out to the shortstop. That is number 25, Eason Lamb, back at shortstop. Lamb with the biggest hit of the game to this point, that inside the park homer in the top of the 6th that's given Cleveland the lead. 14-13. They had a 10-3 lead earlier. Gave it up in the bottom of the 5th inning as Alabama scored 5 in the 4th and 5 in the 5th. Cleveland scored 1 run in every inning today to this point. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 7 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, and then a run in the 6th. Alabama with 3 in the 1st, 5 in the 4th, 5 in the 5th. Top of the order now, Preston Ash has reached 3 times, 2 RBI, 2 for 3, 2 singles. Now 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. And that's just fouled on the 3rd base line, out of play. Earlier today on field 4 for 3rd place in the AA Coach Pitch Consolation Series, it was Arkansas 10, Virginia 5. CRC Arkansas wins 3rd place over Goochland, Virginia. Here, Cleveland, Mississippi 14, Taylorville, Alabama 13, bottom of the 6th for the Consolation Championship. Fouled on the left field line, and now it's 4 pitches as that hits the light pole down the left field line and comes back into play. Well, our next game will obviously not start at 7 o'clock Central. Probably around 7:30 for, well, depending on when this ends. This is not over yet at all. With one out, nobody on. And, in fact, there's the pop fly into right field that will fall for a hit. And a one-out single for Preston Ash, his third hit of the game. Alabama now officially with 16 hits. Hits galore in this game. 16 hits for Alabama. 19 for Cleveland. Kingston Trull 0 for 3 is reached on an error in the fielder's choice, so scored 2 runs. The tying run at first with one out. Trull will pop that up. It's going to fall into short center, and now first and second one out for Alabama as Trull has his first hit, looping that one into center. C.J. England now, he's reached 3 times today on a fielder's choice and an error, also a single, 1 for 3, and has scored twice. This has been the field where all the runs have been scored, it seems like. Our first game today, Alabama 15, Arkansas 9. Next 2 games were 10-0 in 4 innings, 11-4. We had a 24-11 game yesterday in pool play between Florida and Virginia. 15-7 game at 7 innings, 14-4. That's hit into center field as well. Throw to second, not quite in time. Runner coming to the plate, and the tying run is going to score as that bounces away. Ash will score to tie the game. Now to third goes Trull, and that's the winning run now at third base. England goes to second, but that run doesn't mean anything. Still only one out, and we're tied at 14 as England, with a base hit, brings in that run. 14-14. Trull's the winning run at third. Now Cleveland again. Coach Jenkins will meet with his team right near shortstop as we have come down to the nitty-gritty here with Alabama. That winning run is at third with only one out. It's been a wild back-and-forth game, which Alabama led 3-1 after the first, 3-2 after the second. Cleveland with a 7-run third led 9-3. They led 10-3 after a run in the fourth, but then Alabama with 5 in the bottom of the fourth, got to within 2 at 10-8. Cleveland 3 in the top of the fifth, extended the lead to 5 at 13-8. Alabama tied it with 5 runs in the bottom of the fifth, and then Cleveland with a run in the top of the sixth on the solo, or the inside the park homer by Easton Lamb. The double play into that inning, and Alabama has tied it up and has second and third one out in the bottom of the sixth, needing only the 1 run to win. Gunnar Webb now, he doubled in a run in the fifth and scored. He's 1 for 3. Backs him off. (14-14). And hitting the left field, and it's caught. Runner coming to the plate, and the throw gets away, and that'll do it. Alabama will win as the ball was caught in left field there by Rob Upchurch. Not a bad throw, but a little bit up the line. It got past the catcher, Trace Harris, and that was enough as Webb will get a sac fly RBI, and Alabama rallies, and they will take the Consolation Championship for Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series. Kingston Trull scoring the winning run, and Alabama with 2 runs in the bottom of the seventh. They'll walk off winning it 15-14. What a last 3 innings for Alabama as they scored 5 runs in the bottom of the fourth, 5 runs in the bottom of the fifth, and they get 2 here in the sixth. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 run left on base. And congratulations to Cleveland, who had a nice tournament. Won a game earlier today against Goochland, Virginia, 19-6. Really fought hard in this game to the end. Led most of the way, but Alabama ends up coming back and winning it by a final of 15-14, walking off on a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the sixth. Remember, Cleveland also lost a 1-run game to Gray, Georgia yesterday, 10-9. Otherwise, they would have been in the championship round. So congratulations to the team from Cleveland, Mississippi. Also, congratulations to Taylorville, Alabama. I know it was a tough break not making it to the championship round for them. They came back today, won 2 games, 15-9 over Searcy, Arkansas. In this game, 15-14 over Cleveland, Mississippi. I'm going to have a trophy presentation, so I will sign off for now. Next game on this field, we'll move back to the championship round Elimination game coming up here on Field 3. And Coach Pitch, it'll be Sebring, Florida, and Gray, Georgia, coming up in about 30 to 45 minutes. We'll go ahead and let you hear our public address announcer. I'm Marty Palman saying so long. This has been a presentation of JockJive.com. Thanks to our crew also here in Cleveland, Robert Williamson, Mike Radout, and Chuck Sebastian. Check out their games on fields 1, 2, and 4. Now here is the trophy presentation. So long for now from Cleveland.
We congratulate the champions from the state of Alabama and the host team from Cleveland who have ended their participation in the Dixie Youth AA Coach Pitch World Series. These teams have had a great season, and we have enjoyed having them here in Cleveland to participate in the Coach Pitch World Series. Alabama and the host team from Cleveland came to the World Series as champions, and they will leave as champions. We now ask the Alabama team and the host team from Cleveland to go to the outfield fence and remove the Alabama state flag and the host team from the city of Cleveland's flag. When you remove the flag, we ask that you line up again on your respective baselines to receive your World Series awards. Will you please join me in a big round of applause for the host team from Cleveland, the 2017 Dixie Youth AA Coach Pitch World Series Consolation Bracket runner-up. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now present the awards to the 2017 Dixie Youth AA Coach Pitch Consolation runner-up from the host team of the city of Cleveland. Starting first, number 3, Parker George. Number 25, Eason Lamb. Number 4, Paxton Shive. Number 10, Rob Upchurch. Number 12, Nathan Jenkins. Number 11, Logan Burnside. Number 6, Clay Fusser. Number 15, Ryland Richard. Number 8, Brant Chandler. Number 13, Trace Harris. Number 20, David Taylor. and number 18, Jordan Holmes Daniel. And also the coaches from the city of Cleveland. Joe Jenkins. Richard Upchurch. Cotton Foster. And Nash Burnside. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the 2017 Dixie Youth World Series AA Coach Pitch Consolation Bracket winner from the state of Alabama. Will you join me in a big round of applause for the state of Alabama? The 2017 Dixie Youth AA Coach Pitch World Series Consolation Bracket winner. We will now present the awards to the 2017 Dixie Youth Coach Pitch Consolation Bracket winners from Alabama. Number 6, Captain Ash. Number 10, Kingston Cross. Number 1, TJ English. Number 14, Gunnar Webb. Number 4, Brooks Coach. Number 11, Nick Garrett. Number 7, Miles Benson. Number 9, Seth Harding. Number 27, Joshua Bullard. Number 22, Kamari Smith. Number 8, Jeff Renault. And also number 34, Bowen Brooks. The coaches from Alabama, Chris Harden, Garrett, Clint Williams, Andrew Dixon. Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me again in a great round of applause for the champions from the state of Alabama and the host team from Cleveland. We wish them a safe trip home and great success in their future play in baseball.